Start off with Richard Gray from Sky.
Thank you. Hi, Ralph. Obviously not the scoreline you wanted tonight, but did you feel that perhaps flattered Manchester City a little bit? Did you deserve more from it?
No, because they had more chances than we had. I think we can discuss the way we played today, and I think the first goal was after 15 minutes, and until that moment, I think only we had the ball, and we were very brave, played well, pressed them high. They had not an easy step in the game, to be honest. The first goal was typically very clinical, one ball in behind, fantastic play, world class. How they manage these situations. And then we didn't collapse because we were convinced about what we were doing in the first half. Then we kept on going, made the equalizer, had a good chance for a second goal from Musa, and then a horrible pass from Shea. Turned the table a little bit, I think. Until that moment, we had a fantastic game, to be honest. And yes, this is what I wanted to see today, a brave performance. And then the third goal changed a little bit the atmosphere in the halftime. It's normal. And in the second half, when you see then we are sitting deeper because a few players get a little bit tired. This is not possible in such a game because otherwise they are immediately too strong to create chances around the box. As long as we kept them far away from our goal, I think we had good moments in the game, very good moments, to be honest. Scored 2 goals here, or 3 goals. One was slightly offside. So, yeah, it was. I can absolutely live with the way we played today because it was exactly what I wanted to see. The result, yes, is not what we would like to see here, but in the end, it was a not bad game from our side.
And obviously, you played Ryan Bertrand at right back. Kyle Walker-Peters is coming back from an injury, so you've got to manage him, I guess. But what are his chances for the weekend?
Yeah, a good one. I think this was also a part of surprising for me that we, with this team that never played in this shape, starting like this against such a side. I mean, we worked good in the last 2 days, to be honest. We had a good automatism. The meeting should be good, I think, or was good, because otherwise you cannot start like we did today. And then, yes, it's normal that not everything is working perfect there. The players for the weekend, we saved them. Yes, they are maybe available for the weekend. And Ibra had 30 minutes today. Taki was out. Nathan Teller, I think it was a halftime. So it was okay.
Thanks for your time, Ralph.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll go to Dan Sheldon.
Thank you, Jordan. Good evening, Ralph. You've just explained the players that are going to be coming back at the weekend. Because you made 6 changes, does that make Sunday's game even more important now? Are you expecting a win against Brighton?
Expect a tough game on the weekend. It was necessary, especially the players that were injured so long, to not give them 3 games a week. In the future, we have to do this also in the way we play. I think it was intense today. We had now, when we in our game have now also more possession than it is normal, and you also invest more energy. But I think the opponent had also had to run today. I mean, I don't know a lot of teams, and this is what Pep told me after the game, that come here and play football like we did today. And yes, we didn't get something for it, but to be honest, I like this game more than to see us parking the bus in front of the goal and then still losing here. So this is definitely for all the players a better way to compete. And we have seen, as long as we do it right, then it is also for Man City difficult to come through our lines. But when you lose the balls and you take a little bit risk, and then it's normal that you make a few mistakes, then they are unbelievable.
And ahead of this game, I asked whether you'd learned from your mistakes of perhaps playing players too soon after they'd returned from injury, and you were quite coy with your answer, not wanting to give too much away. But is tonight an example of that you have learned maybe not to play Carl so quickly in back-to-back games?
Now, for me, I had a few answers. For example, if Sali can play left back, and I must say, yes, it was okay. Okay, in the offense, maybe he hasn't the biggest threats, but in the defense, it was absolutely okay against an unbelievable strong player. And yes, Ryan on the right side, yeah, it's not perfect. He knows this, but yeah, an alternative for the future, definitely. And check on the 6, as long as he had power, I think it was also okay. So we tried a few things today, and for this, it was okay.
And just finally from me, your decision not to start Fraser Forster and go with Alex instead?
Yeah, the same. I mean, a tough game for Alex today again. I mean, it was good that he didn't collapse after the 5th goal, that we kept on going, because it would be horrible for him to concede again more than 5 goals. I mean, it's not nice to concede them, but against this side, I mean, I haven't seen a situation where he was able to make a save, and he had a few good saves anyway. So hard job to do today, but yeah, this is normal here.
Have a safe flight back.
Thank you.
Tom, when you ready?
Hello, Ralph. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
How's Musa Janathan? He went off at half time, looked like he tweaked something in his groin. How is he?
I don't know. He had a little bit problems with his groin, I think. With one duel, he felt it a little bit, and that's the reason why we let him in.
You've mentioned the resting the players to save them for later games, but it seems with injuries like his, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't at the moment. I mean, you rested him, and then he came in tonight and he's picked up another injury, hasn't he?
Yeah, but this is the topic for the summer, that we need to have more stability and more physical strength in the future, because then we are a good side. We had a good development with the ball and playing football, but the physically part of our game must develop definitely in the future.
You mentioned some of the defensive mistakes tonight, and I know they're frustrating, but does it sometimes take making those mistakes to learn not to make them again?
I mean, against such a side, when you take risk, then it's normal. They are too good that you don't make any mistakes and they don't win any games. But I think the way we tried it was the absolutely right one. And this was the reason why we had such a good step in the game. The goals we conceded, the second and the third was a little bit too easy. I think the others, we didn't defend quite well. The first one was perfectly played. It's a fantastic chip over Ryan. He was not closing early enough. And then they have such a good first touch all the time. Following in the box, it's hard to defend. This is world class, I mean. And then, yeah, it's tough to defend.
Ralph, thank you. Have a safe trip back.
Thank you.
Tom Barkley.
Hi, Ralph.
Hello.
Hiya. Just one question. It was about the penalty that wasn't given on Phil Foden. The referee didn't give it, but it did look like Alex caught him, and VAR didn't overturn it. After the game, or during the game, James Maddison of Leicester on Twitter was suggesting there isn't a lot of incentive for players to stay on their feet when incidents like that aren't given. I was just wondering what you made of the incident, and how do you feel about your own players staying on their feet, or would you prefer they went down in a situation like that?
To be honest, I haven't seen the situation again. I cannot say a lot about it. In general, I must say that in England, normally in the Premier League, players are not going down that quickly. I think this is good. I like this. This is more honest, and normally I'm a fan from this. And I don't know if it was the right or the wrong decision. I think when he touched a little bit the ball, then it was okay that he didn't give the penalty. But yes, didn't change the result. So for us, was not a big difference, I think.
Fair enough. Thanks, Ralph.
Okay, thanks very much, guys.
That's it. Good.